Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am making sweet potato pie. Boy, I love sweet potatoes. Not just sweet potato pie, but purple sweet potato pie. I love purple sweet potatoes. I am fond of purple sweet potatoes. They are very nutritious and healthy for you. I do not like regular potatoes as much as I like sweet potatoes because sweet potatoes are actually healthier for you, especially the purple ones. They are purple because they have anthocyanins, which are a group of antioxidants which are really great for you. They fight free radicals in your body and prevent you from having all these inflammatory responses. Overall, they are great for you. Most people think that they are not because they're sweet. They're sweet because after you grow them, you have to cure them, allowing them to convert the starch into sugar. Allow them about 5 to 10 days to be able to convert the starch into sugar, which makes them sweet. That's the process of converting the starch in the sweet potatoes into sugar before you can eat them. I grow sweet potatoes. I actually have 5 varieties in my backyard. One of them is the purple sweet potatoes. I have the Okinawan sweet potato, which is really the sweetest, and I have the Stokes. These are the Stokes. So generally they are purple, and let me show you what they look like. They have purple skin and they have purple inside. There are some, the Japanese ones, that have purple outside, white inside. Not the same. Again, there are different varieties. The Okinawan sweet potatoes are kind of white brown outside and purple inside. But just take a look at that. That is beautiful. To start, we have preheated our oven to 400 degrees. We washed our sweet potatoes. You can either boil your sweet potatoes or bake them. I prefer to bake them because I want to really contain all the nutrients and concentrate them. When you boil sweet potatoes or any vegetable, you tend to lose some of the nutrients. I wanted them to still remain intact. You can bake them in the oven. Most people wrap them in a foil paper. I generally wrap mine in a parchment paper first, and then I stab them. You don't necessarily have to. Either which way it will cook. And I can show you that whether I stab them or not, they're still going to cook. And then I'm going to wrap them and then wrap it in a foil paper. The next one I'm not going to stab. I'm just going to wrap it. And here we go. The reason why I wrap them in a parchment paper before wrapping them in a foil paper is because the foil papers are made with aluminum. And we all know that aluminum is a heavy metal. I do not want the chance of some of that aluminum sipping into the food. Now we are going to place them in the oven and let them cook for about 1 hour until they are soft before we can use them to make our sweet potato. Also, it is important to try to bake the same size sweet potatoes at the same time so that they can cook evenly. You don't want some of them to be done before the others. After about 1 hour, our sweet potato is ready. Let's go check. I am going to put on my glove because it's quite hot. So we are going to remove it. So be careful. And let me show you how gorgeous. Ooh, it is hot. This sweet potato. Now, if you have time, you can wait. But look at how purple this sweet potato is. Peels off easily. Overall, what we need is about 4 cups of sweet potato. The purple sweet potato is quite different from the orange sweet potatoes because it is more fibrous. Orange sweet potatoes are more soggy. They tend to be a little wetter. And you can actually use the purple sweet potatoes as natural food color. And that's also another way of adding more antioxidants to your food. Look at that color. It's deep. All because of those anthocyanins. They are simply too yummy. Look at how fibrous they are. So we have about 4 cups of purple sweet potato. Next, mix our filler together. But before we do that, we want to bring our pie crust out of the refrigerator. We have 2 pre-made pie crusts. So we're going to leave them here and we're going to get everything together. So we have 4 cups of, first and foremost, we are going to put the sweet potatoes in here in the food processor just to blend them a little bit to remove a lot of that fibrous tissue. Maybe also a good idea to add 1 stick of butter so that we can use the heat to melt the butter. We're going to place it here and puree. Then I'm gonna add some lemon juice with butterfly pea, which is the same color. So basically what we want is to make sure that this is nice and silky. Let me show you. Look at how silky that is. So now we are going to take it out. We do not want to beat too much air into it because we don't want air in the filler. This is simply too beautiful. We are going to mix everything in here because we don't want to over mix it. Next, we'll add 1 can of coconut evaporated milk. You can use a condensed milk, but I'll add it a little at a time. A mix. My God, it smells amazing. And this is about 12.2 fluid ounces of coconut. Then we'll add half a cup of agave maple syrup or any sweetener of your choice. You can add brown sugar or granulated sugar. Room temperature egg. We're just using the egg for binder. 2 tablespoons of homemade vanilla extract. I love vanilla and that gives it extra taste. And now we add all kinds of spice. This is our homemade ground ginger. We add a teaspoon of ground ginger, then teaspoon of ground cinnamon, teaspoon of nutmeg, and this is also ground nutmeg, and this is some cloves, 1 teaspoon of salt. And then we're gonna mix. You want to make sure that this is all nice and smooth. This is so good. The good thing about this is you can add any spice that you want. So now we are going to fill our pie, ensuring that we have almost the same amount. All we want to do is to make sure that they are all leveled up. Use our spatula to level it out. I'm going to use the offset spatula to make sure that I smoothen it out. Next is to do an egg wash on the crust. It helps them brown. I know some of the eggs are entering there, but it does not matter. We are entering into the holiday season. And a lot of people bake pies during the holiday season. This is the perfect time to start this. And also, there's plenty of sweet potatoes available right now because this is their harvest season. And they're much, much cheaper now to get. You're able to get them in stores like Whole Food and Sprouts. Mainly the purple ones you can get in the health food stores. They are not generally sold at your neighborhood grocery store. Or you can get them in the Asian stores. Voila! Next, put them in the oven at 375 degrees and allow them to bake until they puff up and then wobble a little bit, and then you take them out and let them cool. Our pie has baked for about an hour and has puffed up and has a little wobble. Let's go get it. You can see it wobbles. It cracked a little bit because we whisked it a little bit too much, added some air into the filling. We're going to let it cool while we'll make our coconut whipped cream to eat it. Look at that beautiful crust. It is nice and beautiful. To make the whipped cream, I'm using the coconut cream. Be sure to actually put your coconut in a refrigerator for about 6 to 8 hours. You want it cold. And this has been chilling for about 8 hours. So I'm gonna open it and you will see that it is literally creamy. I'm going to scoop this. Some of the cream has settled at the bottom, so you want to get as much of the cream as possible, leaving the liquid. You may need the liquid if necessary. This brand is very, very creamy. We'll start slow. We want to whip it to a soft peak. You can cover it to avoid splatter. At this point, we add about a 1/4 cup of agave, a little bit of sweetness, pinch of salt, and a tablespoon of our homemade vanilla extract. Well, that's pretty much a soft peak, and that's what we need. Just gonna taste it. Amazing. Then we are going to pipe it in the piping bag, and what I'm going to do is just to decorate a little bit. Just a little, nothing special. Time to try it. Let's cut into this. It looks amazing. The crust is amazing. The first one is always the hardest to get out. Let's hope it comes out the way I want. Yes, look at that. Look at how beautiful that looks. That is simply delightful. It is time to taste it. Boy, this is so good. It is so good. Amazing. Let me try the crust. It is so good. You should try this. And guess what? Sweet potato is very healthy. And in this particular pie, no sugar was added other than agave, which has a glycemic index of 23, which is good for those with diabetes. Does not raise your sugar or fluctuate your sugar. Sweet potato is great. Contains a lot of antioxidants. I know this is holiday season. This would be a hit in your family. Try it. Make it. It's so easy a child can make it. That's how simple it is. I prefer to bake my sweet potatoes so that they're not soggy compared to boiling it, and it maintains all the nutrients. And besides, the color is amazing. You can eat this for breakfast. You can eat it as a dessert. You can even eat it as a main dish. Either which way, it will hit the spot. If this video has been of value to you, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification button so that we will notify you when we upload new videos. This is Dr. Okeke. Thank you and God bless.